All right. Numbers are flying by. We are encoding. I see us on the monitor. You know what time it is. It's time to say, welcome to DoneDeal.
Oh my God, Tiger, you almost sound like Nitro right there. Because you said, you know what time it is. I was like, oh shit, that was a Nitro moment. But I kind of like that. It was kind of like techno sexy geek chick. It's like,
Oh,
the numbers are flying. The numbers are encoding. We have transmission. We have liftoff. It is the deal. I was like, damn, that's
all
awesome. I
systems
think.
go. Well, I'm kind of jazzed tonight because we got something special going on, and I've kind of tipped it
I don't
off.
know.
I
I
I
have
let
no
it
idea what you're talking about. I
live on
just
live on screen, live on
no
screen.
idea what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
right now, right now. Oh, and a good point. If someone is logged in as VU Live, we'd love if you can turn off slow mode. I'm afraid I cannot do that right now. I got enough going on, so I'm
You're
going to
probably
leave
gonna
that to
have to
somebody else.
compare me.
Well, if you can hit him up in Skype and ask him to help us out, that'd be awesome. So we'll get that slow mode turned off for you guys. So as our little rolling title right here, that is the special guest we are bringing you tonight. So we will get to that in just a few minutes and talk about that. But I'm
I'm
pretty
kind of
stoked.
jealous. I'm kind of jealous of Big Bamboo because you guys are going to be blown away by this guy's voice. You're going to think
Oh,
you guys are going to be like, "Where have you been all my life on local podcasts?"
no kidding, ladies. All I gotta say is just get ready. Just get
Yeah,
ready because
Tiger told me she needed a towel.
you might need something to cool off or whatever because yeah, definitely a dreamy broadcast voice. So stay tuned. Um, now, was there any vape mail? Usually we start the show with vape mail. Joe, did you want to talk about anything
Yeah.
special?
I'm upset.
Mm,
I'm upset because I blew. I didn't talk about this on Mod Envy.
hmm.
I'm going to talk about it here tonight. I did a post on my Facebook and I have to delete it because I was wrong. Uh,
Oh,
but I killed my Clopper T6. Um, Now, I don't know exactly why I killed my Clopper T6, but I'm very upset about it. It's my favorite mod in the whole world. Tiger knows it. Oh, hello, pizza, Tiger.
I'm taking a
So
page
everybody's
from
gonna say
Tiny.
Tiger's pregnant. Everybody's gonna say Tiger's pregnant now too.
Yeah, that would be immaculate conception.
No, no fun. Anyway, so I love my Clopper T6. Uh, but what I did was last night for some reason I have multiple micro USB plugs everywhere, and this one was hardwired into a power supply. This wasn't a micro USB that goes into a USB port, and I left it on it. No big deal. And basically, what it was the power supply for the what do they call it? The jellyfish. And I plugged it into my T6, and I went to bed. And I woke up, and what this has in it, and one thing I do love about the Cloudper chips is they have something called a CPU cooling. I'm sorry, CPU temperature gauge. So if the CPU in here gets too hot, it will not allow you to fire it. Apparently, I fried it. I fried the 26650 inside of it. I fried the a piece or somehow screwed up the chip because now if I put a 26650 in here, the CPU monitor just starts rising to the point where it will not allow me to fire it anymore. And I'm very upset because this has been my very favorite mod. So I went on eBay and bought a new one, but this puppy is finished, and I'm very very upset about it because I can get about 3 seconds of vape time out of it until it tells me the CPU is too hot. So um, yeah, I'm my favorite mod. And no, I don't think any of us have any vape mail to talk about, really, right?
No, I've got lots that's tracking right now. Next week should be more exciting because there is incoming. But this week all I had to show was my little kitty mittens from Mod Envy, but I didn't bring them over to this machine because that's been done now. It's old news.
Oh, I did get one box of vape mail this week. I did get there was a deal for an IGO W4, um, and I bought 20 of them because I do giveaways on other people's shows, and they were such a great deal. It was like $4 for for an authentic IGOW for.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the newest and greatest and latest RDA, but it's definitely an RDA that everybody can use and have a good time with. And I think it was a wise choice. It was $4. I bought 20 of them, and so we'll have 20 lucky winners out there. Eventually when I do giveaways on like Rich's show or Mod Envy or whatever. Just a little piece. Any bait mail is good bait mail.
For
So
sure.
if you're going to give away any kind of RDA, people are still going to be happy to get it.
Well, absolutely, and the W4 is still a contender. I mean, this isn't like electronics where something's obsolete 3 months after you buy it. If a dripper works well when it comes out, it works well always. So by all means, definitely a great buy on that one.
Yeah. So that was and we'll be talking about some other great deals. There is some amazing deals going on right now. We'll be talking about them later. But Tiger has procured a special guest this evening.
Indeed. I am so stoked. For those of you who are regular watchers, there is no way you haven't met or benefited from one of our absolute favorite and most loyal viewers, and has really turned into the de facto third member of our team. And of course, I'm talking about BIGBAMBOOB, kind of like Country Pammy's alter ego, or well, not alter ego, that would make them the same person. They're not. But Country Pammy has become well known as the network's Link Ninja, and BIGBAMBOOB is right in there helping as well, and I swear to you, he knows my blog better than I do. No word a lie. If I'm struggling for a link, he's there with it. Tonight is no exception. Already, he's been more on the ball than I am, so I am eternally grateful. And like I said, ladies, get ready for this. He's got a voice to die for. Big Bam, are you with us?
I don't know what you mean. This is my voice.
He did that to me in the Hangout the other night, too.
I did. I was going to screw with her, but I knew I was doing like an Indian accent, and I thought maybe it was inappropriate since she's friends with Sile, and I thought, nah, I better not do it.
I have to tell you, buddy. I love the voice. I think you're right there with me. You're right there. You have that, and you're quick and you're fast. You're not like slow and arduous and like you have to wait every 10 minutes for you to talk. You're fast. You're boom, 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 and just like your links. When you're doing the links here on the show, or you're doing the links, what have you on Mod Envy once in a while, you're fast, and I like the fact that when you talk, you remind me of me. You're just like, come on, let's go, boom, 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 and you just do it.
You
and
have
no many matches.
You actually don't understand how much I sit here snapping my finger at the screen when you're sitting there taking 20 minutes, and when we're trying to get the show going, let's go. So yeah, I feel that.
Oh, I love it. I want you on every week now. Can we get him on Mod Envy too? When Nitro's not there, he can kind of keep you going.
With the links though, being quick with it, a lot of people out there might not realize this. I have no idea what they're going to talk about.
No.
Everything, whenever I put a link in, it's on the fly. I have no idea. So I'm usually on the ball, and I can sometimes think like Tiger does and come up with what she's going to come up with next.
And you are very good at that. And as a matter of fact, it's become a little bit of a game, because now sometimes I'll try to see if I can stump you.
Yeah,
and I don't get to
too.
very often. I've
caught you.
Yeah.
I have. I've seen where it's come on your screen by accident, and I knew what the next thing was, and you decided to change it. Now, I don't know if it was because of me, or you were just in a whack.
I think she does, dude. I think she does it on purpose.
I don't.
Keep you on your toes.
Well, I want to see how fast he can come up with it if he didn't know what was coming, and the answer is really damn fast.
So BIGBAMBOOB, you're as far as our circles are concerned, as far as the VaporJoe's network is concerned, you are a very, very, very big asset. You've become a mod on Vaping Underground Live. Pammy is a mod on Vaping Underground Live, and you're not,
Pam.
and you're not hosts, which is a new and exciting thing that I think Vaping Underground Live has invented, which is allowing mods to be mods that aren't hosts, but they add to the network. And you and Pammy both do that. And you specifically, we knew your assets to our show since we have been doing DoneDeal. I mean,
Since it started, yeah.
Anybody who knows DoneDeal knows who Big Bam Boom is.
I love how he says my name wrong. I have no qualms with
It's
that
a
at all.
I call it Big Bam Boom. Boom.
I know, I
Big
do it
Bam
too.
Boob.
Because sometimes I'm kind of too
You know what it
shy to
is?
say it
Because,
right.
because if I say boob, it sounds sexual. If I say boom, I get away with it.
Okay, so the thing that is, okay, let me just get the name out of the way,
All right.
okay? This is the reason I chose this name. Years ago, okay, if you Google that nickname, you'll see. Years ago, I was trying to come up with a username. I got so sick and tired of it telling me that's already been used. So I thought, I'm going to pick something, and I just started to type it, and I said, okay, something stupid, out of the blue, there's no way. And then it just stuck. So I just stuck with it. Just an alias, people, it's not my real name.
Oh, no, I suppose not. Either that or your
Yeah, well,
parents
I'm
didn't
sure
like
you
it
weren't
much.
christened Big Bam Boob, but let's get into meat. Let's get into the meat of it, Big Bam Boob.
Yeah.
All right, let's
talk all things vaping. Let's get into your personality. Let's get into why you became a vapor. Like, how long you've been vaping? There's a lot of. I know these are these stupid fucking
They're
cliche
normal.
questions,
Oh,
but these
No,
things are
I get it.
important.
it's
These things are
relevant.
important.
Okay. I have been smoke-free since September 10th, 2013.
You say September 10th?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know, odd, right?
That's my birthday.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Is it really?
Fucking weird.
You
That
know
is
what?
my
I
birthday.
thought I knew the answer to that, but I better double check something. Okay. Sorry. All right.
No, but what I'm saying is when I say cliche, I mean most people are going to be like, the classic, why do you vape? But these things are important because people have to get a grip of who you are and why you start vaping. What made you start vaping? Like what?
Well, actually, I got into it many years ago when the technology first hit the market, the Cigalite type deals, and they just did not do the trick. And I thought, wow, I'm going to smoke this. It's going to last 30 minutes. I got to put it on the charger for 2.5 hours. This is stupid.
Mhm.
Then I gave it up. Then I went back to smoking. And then, oddly enough, I thought there has to be a better way. So I started searching, Googling, and I came across your blog. And I think for any new vapor out there, it's probably going to be confused and think that it's a site where you buy things. And I did fall under that same category.
Mhm.
I thought this was someplace I buy things. Why does he direct me somewhere else? So then I started to understand exactly what VaporJoe's was all about. And I thought, wow, this is awesome. I can come here and find the cheapest price. It has a search field in there. I don't know if any of you all out there know that you can search his blog and find a deal. So then I bookmarked it. And then I found a deal for, I don't know, something through, I think it was Got Vapes or something like that, some kit. And I got the kit, and I thought, wow, this is cool. I bet there's something better. And I started looking for better and better, not deals, but vaping technology.
All right.
Sorry, I didn't mean to rant on there.
Oh,
Okay,
no,
rant
not
as
at
long as
all. We want you to. And so I see you post pictures regularly of the great new setups, and basically these days, you've come a long way from your original Cigalikes. Now you're rebuilding very proficiently, and you're into dripping and tanks and everything. What would you say currently is your favorite setup? Like, what's your go-to?
Oh my God, you have no idea. And then I told you this, when we talked, I told you that this is all Joe's fault. So let me start off with my setup here.
Mm-hmm.
I have one of those, the shall remain nameless box mods, but one of the, I guess China calls it a DNA 50, but those box mods with a Kanger sub tank.
Oh, Tanger something.
People, if you don't have this tank, you're out of your mind. I have tried, you have no idea. I have tried countless clearmizers. And this by far, Joe is on key, is the best tank that they have come out with to date as far as a clearmizer. I'm sold. And inside that, I have my crack, my heroin, my dragon, Agent Orange. Oh, I love
Am I
this
right?
stuff.
I mean, that's good stuff. Agent Orange
Oh
is
my
good.
God.
It is. It is. Yeah, there's a that's by Mad Murdock. For those of you who don't know, Agent Orange is a orange flavored with. We're just gonna say it has a little bit of a twist to it.
Uh,
A little bit of what we're gonna say a little bit of a tang.
well, you know what? Well, at least for me, because I guess taste is subjective, and I know that word is bad, but I can taste the orange peel.
Mm-hmm.
I can taste the orange peel in it, and then Joe is right. When you vape it again, there's something there you can't quite pinpoint. I mean, I would say that I got a pretty good palate with the juices, but yeah, citrus, that's my wheelhouse, and I love the citrus vapes. So that's
Now,
kind of
Agent Orange came out before Fluid.
I didn't
His
know
line,
that.
yeah, his line went 710 first, which was his 710 was his first flavor, which kind of bombed. Not a lot of people like 710. Some people do, but to me and Tiger, we always said that Mad Murdock 710 tastes like mud, and as you vape it, it tastes more like mud. And I hate 710.
It's
And
an
then
earthy chocolate.
right, and then Agent Orange came out, and it really brought him to because that was a really like strange flavor. And then of course his third flavor was Fluid, and that's what brought him like rah, that was like his big thing. But I noticed today, we were talking about it on Envy, I went to his page, and he has this wonderful bottle of liquid that is like radioactive looking yellow, I mean orange. You know what, I'm gonna send you guys the link.
Yeah, I was gonna say I saw that, Joe, and I was trying to find that. I can't find the picture anywhere. I guess I don't.
Just give me a second here. I don't know where damn it, I don't know where I saw it.
No.
It was in my feed. Hold on. Oh man.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
for
I only looked for like 5 minutes, so I mean, if I put some time to it, I could have found it. But I don't even know Mad Murdock's. Does he have a Facebook page?
Well, he was deleted a few times
Mhm.
because he was called Mad Murdock.
Right.
You know how they do that shit on Facebook. So they deleted him, and he started a fan base page, and then he just has this new let me just see if I can. Well, no, there's probably no way I'm going to be able to bring this up. Yeah, it's not going to work.
No.
But basically, he was holding up this bottle of juice that looked like cross between Mahara, which is a very deep, very rich red, and a very an Agent Orange, which is extremely orange. But then it had the vibrance of Fluid. If you took a flashlight and put it up against Fluid, because Fluid gets really like bright if you put up a flashlight against it. And I was just like, whoa, what is this stuff? And I cannot wait to see, because Mad Murdock's juice has kind of waned over the years. He's not as exciting as he used to be, and he's been coming out with things that have been more palatable for the masses. Things like the new one, Bleeding Lotus, or what was the other one that tastes like apple pie? Mellow Melange.
Yeah.
And he's been kind of there it is. Somebody put it in there. There it is. They just put it right in the room.
Oh, the complete link, because I was just searching him.
Yeah, it's complete link in the room. If you look at that bottle of juice they put in there, it is this very vibrant new flavor he's coming out with. You see how like gorgeous that
How does he
color is?
get these colors in the juice?
Right. And I cannot wait to see. You have to be a member of Mod Envy to see. If you can't see it, you have to be a member of. Hold on.
No, that.
For those of you who, just put a link in the room.
There we go.
Yeah. If you can't see it, you got to join the Facebook group to see that. But anyway, it is so vibrant and gorgeous. I cannot wait to see his. This is going to be his comeback juice. All right, Tiger will put it in there.
I just managed to get that photo on screen, so let me share it. There she be. Yeah, that's pretty Dayglow orange.
And I cannot wait to see what he's doing with this. I'm excited because what that says to me is I've seen his other juices since Fluid. and they've been, like I said, been kind. Well, Mahara came after Fluid, and I thought Mahara was pretty bold, but a lot of people were like, "Oh, it tastes like a hippie." I love Mahara, but I think this one may be his next breakout juice and be something that I'm going to, be really behind, and it's going to be epic, and everybody's going to want to try it, and I'm really excited about it. Just the color alone shows me it's bold and aggressive.
I don't know. I think that's about what my Agent Orange has steeped to. Almost that color, anyway. No, it's more of a golden. I don't know. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just looking at my tab.
No. If you look at Agent Orange is transparent.
Oh, that's cloudy. You're right. Yeah.
Right? It's totally cloudy. Like there's something going on in that. So I just can't wait to see what this is all about. I'm a big Mad Murdoch fan. I've been since I've been a New Vapor. And
he's just my drug manufacturer. That's just how I see it.
Exactly.
And it's legal.
Hey, Big Man, one question for you. Have you ever thought of doing a podcast, audio only?
You know what? If I devote any more time to vaping, I won't be able to work. I'm extremely busy through the week at work, and once in a while I try to sneak in there and try to do some things while I'm at work. It's just impossible. And then, believe it or not, I'm so lame. But believe it or not, I spend a lot of time in the background. I don't know if any people know this, but I'm there on Vaping Underground. Don't think that you don't see me posting. I'm there. I see what happens. And then it's a lot of time reading. And for a while there, I had a lot of studying to do. And then there's putting together. It's quite elaborate. This is why I love Pam Pam. I call her Pam Pam. I'm sorry. That's who Country Pammy is to me. She's Pam Pam. And you know why I draw to her is because she's very organized. She's a very organized woman, and I am the same way. I have an OCD issue with neatness and organization, so I have to put together my list so that I'm prepared for the show, I guess, like you guys do. And it takes up a lot of time too to do that. And then there's rebuilding, tinkering, the hobby, and then there's electronics, because I have an electronics background, as well as other things. So sorry. I mean, I'm rambling on, and I don't want to seem that way.
No.
Because see, I could probably talk to Joe all day long without being nervous. But believe it or not, I'm not the nervous type. And boy, was I nervous last night talking to Tyger.
Oh my goodness, me? I'm as scary as a box of kittens. I was really nervous coming in because I had no idea what to expect. I know you're a very intelligent person and a very driven and very busy person, so it was really exciting that you agreed to come on with us. And no, you are not rambling. That is why you're here. We want to get to know you, and thank you for everything you do.
For the longest time, we didn't know if you were a man or a woman.
Oh, I know. I remember you. I can't remember what show it was, but you were on some show and said, "You know what, guys? Honestly, I don't know if he's a guy or a girl."
Well, it's true. We didn't. I mean, I was just like, is BIGBAMBOOB a guy, a girl, gender confused? I have no idea who this person is. Like you did great things, but now that we can put a voice to it, now we know you're a guy, and we can kind of put our finger on it a little bit.
Yes, I'm a normal person, Joe.
Yeah. Well, okay. Hey, listen, there are a lot of great things goes on in the vaping community.
Yes.
Let me tell you.
That's why I'm in the background, people.
and allergic to drama, which is another point in your favor.
Jesus, it's children. I just ignore it.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Well, listen, drama in the vaping community it's required.
It
because
is
what happens
for
is
sales and to get items out there and to keep things that for you, I understand the drama. It's just like, and I know that you've had this association before with you're kind of the Howard Stern of vaping, and I guess with Howard, drama drives him. With drama, it drives you, and it drives your business, and it drives the community in a certain direction. And I think that you put a balance on it to where it doesn't get too out of hand. But sometimes I see Tiger has to reel you in a little bit.
Well, hey, you know what?
Too big a job for anyone.
Yeah, I mean,
That's all right, Joe.
can you guys hear me? I disconnected my microphone really quick. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, you know what it is I'm from Jersey, and that we get very passionate, extremely passionate about things. And if I go
Love
off on a
cabbage.
tangent, I'm there for an hour,
Right.
just railing away at it. You know what I mean? And Tiger, yes, Tiger is the one who will reel me back in and be like, "Listen, Joe, do me a favor." I'm like, "What, babe? Shut the fuck up, Joe."
Oh God, does she really say that?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, that would be so cool. I've got to hear her go on a rant. I got to hear, and she doesn't curse, does she?
On
Well,
I
occasion.
want to know. I want to see the mean. I'm ready to pull out my kitty mittens and start punching the shit out of somebody.
Now, Tiger has a way about her that is very calm, collected. There have been moments where she will go off the handle, and I almost want to fap when she does it. But there are moments where she'll get that way. But normally speaking, she's calm, cool, collected. She's the type of girl that basically when I'm like, brr, she can come up behind me, put her hands on my shoulder, and just say, "Listen, just calm down a little bit, okay?"
Okay, wait, well, hold on a minute. Now, how the hell does that happen? Because I know you all ain't been in the same room.
Well, I'm talking a I'm verbal.
Okay. All right, I thought you were lying to the community.
a lot. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
probably in the next room, people. That's where you moved to.
Poke for me. No,
Also-
and then there's other times that you figuratively just, stand, 10 feet away and lob, like chocolate or something at him. Here, I think you need a Snickers bar or something.
Yeah, I have my moments where
No, it's a soda, Tiger. That's what it is. You gotta stop that soda shit.
Or bacon, because that's keto friendly. Northwest.
Okay.
No. I don't shoot first and ask questions later. I'm kind of as scary as a box of kittens, honestly.
I completely shoot and ask.
Oh man, I was so hoping that this whole front was a front, and she was just a hardcore bitch off camera. I was so hoping for that.
No, Tiger
Well,
will
I
stand
have my
for
moments.
Tiger will stand. Tiger will stand her ground. I mean, don't get me wrong. If Tiger believes in something that she staunchly, 100% believes in, and there's no, she will stand her ground. It does not matter what I say, what I do. I could be like, brah, I could just stand there with 7 machetes in my hand, going, brah. Tiger will sit there and stand her ground, and that's what I like about Tiger. She has this quiet confidence in what she believes in, and that is something that is very admirable about her, and that is something that not a lot of women will do. A lot of women will sit there, put their head down, and listen to what a man says, or be a complete bitch and just scream at you and throw shoes at you and be mean. Tiger has this wonderful balance.
You know, like the reverse Ike Turner.
Yeah,
Beat you with her
and
shoe.
so she has this wonderful balance. So yeah.
All right. You guys know how easy it is to make me blush. You don't have to work that hard, really. And Granny says she sees the temper come out here and there. Yeah, well, yeah, you have last week.
In her writing, because I can see that's what I was imagining. Because I listen, I read her writing, and I try to hear the person in their writing. You know, how, like when you read a book or you read something, and you're trying to get into the writer's head or how they're saying it. And I mean, I was just busting your balls when I said I want you to be a bitch, but I just thought it would be pretty funny if you just went right offhand right now and just started screaming and cursing and F this and F that and F you. But no, I know you're not that. I know she's not that person, Joe.
Well, I've always said Tiger is, if you look at our blogs, we're very different people. Tiger, I'm a commercial. I'm the 30-second Super Bowl commercial. Tiger is the infomercial. Tiger will sit there and tell you about everything, and like those infomercials where they sell you something.
Yeah.
There's more. That's Tiger. She likes to. She's very into telling you every aspect of everything, And that's what I love about us, because I'm boom, boom, boom.
I know, I get it. You're more like, this shit is great, buy it. She'll say, it's awesome. It's got a great flavor. Guys, if you buy this, you won't be disappointed, and then blah, blah, blah. She said, Yenta. There you go. I know she knows those Jewish words.
I'm going to have to look that one up, to be honest.
Yenta? You don't know what a yenta is?
I hear her use Jewish terminology all the time, and I swear to God, I thought she was Jewish.
Well, there's my grandfather was fluent in what he referred to as Yiddish, and some of it kind of filtered down through the generations, but it's just a few phrases he used. So no, I that one's a new one to me. So I'm gonna have to get familiar. But
yenta, yenta.
It's a chatterbox. Gossiping chatterbox.
Okay, yeah. Guilty. There's a joke in my family that if you ask one of us what time it is, we will tell you how to build a clock.
My favorite is Joe. What does it taste like? It tastes pink. Boom, buy it. Tyger will tell you why where pink came from, and how the color pink came from the Roman Empire. That's just how it works with Tyger.
All right. We are off on a tangent. Somehow we're all talking about Tyger, and Big Bam's our special guest tonight. So I want to. One thing I did.
Well, because we're both so interested in you.
Well, I wanted to ask a little bit more about the blogs. You said how you found VaporJoe's, and that was a help to you, and of course you've become an incredible help to us. When did you discover the Canadian arm and become such an unsung and ally when you get right down to it?
Okay, all right, that's a fair enough question. Like I said, I am a true hardcore VaporJoe's and Canada arm. I am part of that army. I know that it's not classified that way, or he doesn't call it my army of people that I tweet to, but I'd like to think that I'm in that army, and I'm right there whenever I can help out. So to answer the question, I guess I drifted off there. I'd say that I got more involved with, I guess, your blog when the DoneDeal started, when the show started, and you guys first started broadcasting. I think it was still in that realm where you guys really were just starting out how you're going to approach VaporJoe's Canada and how it was going to evolve, but not steer too far away from the regular VaporJoe's blog. And I'd say right around that time when DoneDeal started.
Okay. Well, now I'm totally thrown off.
I'm sorry.
No,
I answered your question, or no?
You totally did, and and there was something I wanted to touch on, and I wasn't sure if I was going to go here tonight. But yeah, okay, let's do it. Let's tell all. You have become, like, it started, you were obviously an avid viewer and knew the blogs very well, very familiar with the content, and obviously a very avid vapor and interested in the community. And it started out that, you became a regular in our room and an appreciated regular, and then, it was with the links, and little by little you have really become a part of the team, and we look forward to seeing you on Saturday night. But as so often happens online, we make connections with people and start to exchange information. You've been an asset at the forum. You're an asset on the social media as well. And you've really become a friend as well. And I'm a firm believer that you don't need to know everything about somebody or, to have a connection. And you did something for me at Christmas, Big Bam, that was so special to me. And I've been straight up too shy to share it, but I've decided for our loyal viewers and the people that want to get to know you a little better, I will share that on Facebook. And what he did is he wrote me essentially a letter, and it was so sweet and so heartfelt. I'm practically tearing up just thinking about it. And I said, I don't want to blow my own horn. I don't want to share this because I want people to buy in, but I wanted them to see how the connection. So if it's okay with you, Big Bam, do I have your permission to share your words?
Yeah, you absolutely do. You can get through it.
All right. Well, I promise to viewers who are interested, I'm going to put that up as a note tomorrow. And like I
Oh, I
say,
thought you were going to read it right now. That'd have been great to see the tears cry. It's
oh,
great for like,
yeah,
for
that would
viewers,
have.
for ratings. I'm a ratings whore like Joe.
No, no, no,
Get
no.
them numbers up. 274 in the room.
No, 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 no. I am a highly emotional person. I can cry at long distance commercials, so I would no, there would be
Oh,
mascara
well,
running
that really
everywhere.
assures how well I wrote that. She cries at MCI commercials. Oh,
No, no,
they're
no,
not
no,
even
no,
around.
no, no.
AT&T.
It's
MCI. How? All right.
it's a
So now we
different
know.
thing. That just gives you the little speck of sentiment in your eye. I'm saying there'd be mascara everywhere if I tried to read your letter tonight.
Okay.
So,
All right.
so we'll save them that. But I promise I will post it to Facebook because it was so touching to me, and I appreciate that. And you have become a friend. So, all right. Well, should we talk about some deals, guys?
Yes, we should. But I have a question for Big Man.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
What what made you so you see all the shit we deal with as in the VaporJoe's network.
Yes.
It's not just happy puppies and balloon
No.
rides and puppet shows. We deal with a lot of shit.
Yes.
Have you ever seen the things that we deal with, and how do you react? Do you get mad? Do you
Oh, in my personal life, I mean, if you don't get mad, there's something wrong with you. I mean, if anybody I think gets mad.
Mhm.
Go ahead. It can't be your only question. I mean,
Well, no, I'm asking,
something,
like,
or-
how do you react when you see the things that people
Well,
say?
I guess it's just like I don't have any children, but I would assume that it's just probably how a parent would react when their child, I guess, acts in a way that you brought them up better.
Mhm.
You know that they know better. And the only thing I can think of is there's deeper issues with these people. And I kind of side on the fact that, well, with some of the people that I've seen out there, Joe, and I think you will understand this, not saying it's you, I'm saying it because you see all these people. I would say that some of these people have issues, and I have to take that in accountability because there are individuals out there, without naming names, who lead the life of just the internet.
Yeah.
And I think that that's a whole different world. I think it's sad. There is a sun and a world, but I think a lot of people. I can't really get disgusted with them to the point where it angers me so much. It's just that people are individuals, and I look at it as the problem is that I feel for them because I'm like, really? That would be my response, and that would be it. I would just say, really?
Mom, get me more Hot Pockets!
Well,
I
you
think the
put
problem is that common sense has been lost on people.
Yeah.
It's been lost. It's not there. It's gone. I mean, you hold up a Coca-Cola. Is that a Pepsi? No, man.
There are
Read
people
it.
out there that take full enjoyment to being the evil opposite. It's called a contrariness. That's what they want. They want, like, if you like green, they love black. If you like Pepsi, they want Coke. If you like, Lay's potato chips, they want Y's potato. That's just how people are. And they enjoy. I don't know if that's. I forget the name of the syndrome. Sharpenberger syndrome. There's another. When you watch, you get delight from watching other people's pain.
No, see, I could care less because I'm not. That would be like the people who are really glued to these reality shows, where the
Yeah.
tragedy or an individual who is just way out there. We'll say Ozzy Osbourne, but I'm an Ozzy Osbourne fan, so I
Yeah,
mean I
so
had to
am I.
watch the show. But as far as Kim Kardashian and Liv keeping up with you know what? I get most of my news from Robin Quivers. I am a diehard Howard Stern fan.
Mhm.
And I've always throw little cookies out there and sayings, but I guess you miss it in the chat. But
I always said Tiger is my Robin.
Well,
yeah, definitely. Well, then who's your friend? Because it certainly ain't Nitro.
Maybe Smokey.
Nah, yeah, you think so?
But Tiger's definitely my Robin. Now, Tiger, I don't know if you watch Howard Stern, but
I'm aware. I know who he is, but no, in terms of being an avid listener.
You are definitely my Robin. She is the voice of reason. She's the person who's like Howard Stern will say something, and we're talking radio day Howard, not the new Howard, the radio days. What we're doing now, the early shit, and he would just be over the top, like talking about crazy shit, and Robin would kind of bring him back to neutral.
I see that in the show. I actually see that in the show where you go off and then she tries to Yeah, I do. I don't know if anybody else picks up these nuances you two have with each other. I do. I pay very, very close to what's going on between you two.
I've learned you miss very little, Big Bam.
She's my Robin, 100%. And but that's needed.
It is. I think it works. It's the chemistry between you two, even before you guys were dating. I mean, it just worked. I don't know.
Did we do any live shows before we were dating, Tyger?
Well, I'm trying
Before
to
you asked her out, did you ask, were you dating her before you started the whole DoneDeal show?
We were together when we started
launched. I think DoneDeal launched in June, didn't it? Or maybe not that early. The blog opened in May.
If that's the case, then you were hiding it.
No, because DoneDeal was far out. No, we were definitely dating during DoneDeal. Definitely.
From the beginning.
Oh yeah.
I have to go back in time and look when.
Never mind.
Absolutely.
Way off on that one.
Yeah. Tyger and I, definitely. There was. I mean, can you blame me? Come on.
I honestly. Well, I was about to ask. Because my next question, my follow-up to that was, what took you so long? But then again, apparently it didn't, because you're just right around that. So.
Yeah. It was more of, when you meet somebody like Tyger, and I always tell people this, when you meet somebody like Tyger, regardless of distance, right? I look at it, it's an investment. It's something that it's almost like you're putting money away, and it grows, and eventually that'll pay dividends. You can't just, say...
Okay, well, thank you, Edgar Allan Poe.
All right, well, she's fucking hot, okay?
There you go. That's the show I know. Make it...
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, the bitch is hot. Is that better? But, no, all right, anyway.
Now, Tiger, that's a compliment. Don't worry about it.
I feel like I'm 16 again. I don't know what to say. Oh, gosh.
Hey, I'm telling you, Big Bam Boom, you just interviewed me for a brief moment there. You are good at this. You should really consider maybe one day, not now, but
I learned this in 15
you do have a voice
in a hangout.
You do have a voice. You do have a you have personality to you. I think if you ever have the time and the means, you should consider maybe getting into the at least the audio end of it, podcast. There's only we know the TVA show. We know Ross, they do podcasts, and there's not many of them. And
see, here's the thing. They're very good because they dedicate the time to get it right. And if I were to do that, my OCD, it would take over my life, where I would want to make it perfect. And if I put something up in it, you guys have no, all right, let me get real. When I post something, a link in there, and it's wrong, I'm flipping the fuck out of here that I put the wrong thing in there. And I'm so worried that you, and I know you're not, but I'm so worried that you guys are going to be pissed. Like, that's the wrong link.
How dare you?
No.
You teased me one night. You were like, you shouldn't screw it up.
Oh, that's just
like
Joe. That's
I
just
know
Joe.
that.
He'll
do
that.
But I think that if I were to dedicate the time to something like that, it has to be perfect. It has to be right. It has to be on key.
You see, but I'll be honest with you. This is a prime example of no, you don't. And I'll explain to you why. Because we're having.
I do. Maybe not for the people, but for me, I had to satisfy myself before I could do that.
Well, the banter we're having back and forth right now.
Right.
To be honest with you, you couldn't tell me if I was interviewing you or if you were interviewing us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, believe me, I didn't want to Okay, so I'm looking at these keynotes, right? Because I wrote them down the other night when I was talking before I talked to Tiger, and I'm looking at these keynotes, and I'm like, all right, these are the things I want to ask. These are the things I'm going to scratch out. Maybe I shouldn't talk about. And then I have a keynote right here that says, "Do not take over the show." I swear to God, that's what it says in bold letters, and it's underlined 3 times.
Okay.
I was so worried I'd be a chatterbox, a male yenta, if you will. You could bring that. That's called a return, people, for anyone listening. But I didn't want to like ramble. I didn't want to take over the show. I still want you guys to get to the deals, and I truly didn't want to screw your show up. That wasn't because, believe it or not, for me, I guess I'm strange, but for me, I love this show, and I don't want anything to go wrong with it.
Well, believe me, having you on is only all things right. And I'm gonna throw this out to the room because I'm pretty confident about the answer. And our viewer count is showing it. It is very late. We're coming up on 2 in the morning Eastern, and we've still got a great big crowd in here. It's telling me there's 260 in the room. That speaks volumes, folks. I already said, we definitely want to have him back. This is before we even went live tonight. This is kind of a standing invite. Okay, there you have it. BBB is an adorable chatterbox. So can we get ones in the room if you'd like to hear more? Like, I think his is a voice that needs to be heard, and I mean that both figuratively in the terms of what he has to say, and both the voice. Like, don't we want to hear more of that? There we go. Pammy especially. Oh yeah, here they come, here they come. So there you have it, Big Bam. I think you have a standing invite.
Before I forget, one other note. I was just I guess to reiterate what you mentioned earlier. I so want Tiger to be known in the community as the Wonder Woman of vaping. I have been trying to be a PR nut on getting this out because if you know, now I know Joe is a comic book fan, and so am I. So when he makes these references, I truly know what he's talking about. Probably half the room doesn't know what he's talking about, but I do. I get it.
I'll need my cuffs or something.
So if you truly are a comic book fan and you know the Amazon princess, warrior princess Wonder Woman, and you know about that character, you'll know exactly why I want her to be dubbed the Wonder Woman of vaping. That's it. I'm done with that. We can move on now.
All right. Well, they can read more about that tomorrow because, of course, that was mentioned a lot in your letter. So I'm now committed. I promise I'll share that. But well, if we want to move on to a couple deals, let's talk about a few of them tonight. And Big Bam, because I know it's not putting you on the spot. You're more prepared than I am. What would you like to talk about tonight? What deals shall we start with? And that could be from either blog. Of course, we're on an American network now, so we will focus wherever.
I don't want this to get left out, so I want to make sure that we get the FBT Uptown styled 18650 mech.
All right, I will grab a picture of that. That one gave me a kick, and I'm so happy that Sahil is in the room with us because for those of you who haven't met Sahil, he is probably the nicest human being in vaping and well beyond as well. Sahil is just a class act from the word go. So polite, so giving, so generous, both with stuff and knowledge and just human kindness.
That's Sahil, sir, I believe.
Exactly. And this is why it's both incredibly entertaining and funny and heartwarming to me that I credit where credit is due. It was Sahil that put me on to the FBT mod. I missed this, and to get this hot tip from him just cracked me up because there's no way he would ever say it. But of course, this mod says what a lot of us would like to say to Big Tobacco, and spells it out very, very clearly. It's a mech with attitude, and it's got a lot of the right stuff as well. For starters, it's a stainless steel, very clean lines, but the bottom switch is magnetic, copper contacts, top and bottom. So it's a no-nonsense heavy hitter, but that's in terms of what it's got to say as well as how it performs.
See, to me, the concept of this mod, I think, is better than the F you hadn't. Just to me, I just think it should be in a better tube. But that's just
I look at this and I just it's all about statement.
It is. It's all about the message, this one. Although, like I say, with some of the details, they got some things right with it too. But this is definitely for those who want to let their mod speak for them. But it made me laugh.
Yeah, it's a cute little mod. I think it's pretty fantastic. And like I said, anybody who wants to put out a statement of what they feel about vaping and big tobacco, I think it's a great little mod. And when Tiger ran it, she was like, ha 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 ha, I got it. Tiger and I fight over deals.
Oh yeah, like cats.
People don't understand how furious we can get with one another about. We try to separate business from personal things, and and if I break something and she's gonna be like, oh, I can't believe you did that, and I'll come back at her and go, oh, I can't believe you just broke that mod or whatever, and so we do have a I guess was the word loving competition, Tiger?
Yeah, it's pretty much all in good fun. There's only a little bit of bloodshed here and there.
Hey, real quick, hey, bastard, I didn't slip, brother. I had that link in there.
Oh yeah, I saw it. And I'm just getting a kick out of Saw's comment. And just to prove my point, there he is. Can you imagine my hesitation sending Tiger, Madam, a mod with a cuss word on it?
Oh yeah.
Well, technically, it's just it's an eye exam chart for some people that just can't read.
Yeah, exactly. So there are those that would be puzzled for some time on that one, but we'll give them time with it. So, what either of you? What are we talking about next?
I'm going to talk about a mod that I put in. This is not a deal. It's more of it's called the glider. I had it up on my blog. It's been very popular.
I didn't have that one. Shit. Oh, what? Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
This thing, I don't know what to think about it. Like, I've been staring at this mod for 2 days now, and I just put it on my blog today. And it's something like out of Star Trek / Star Wars. Mm-hmm. And I have questions about this mod, because you have to remember, this is a Chinese mod. This isn't like some quirky American vapor. This is that's doing something on the side. This thing is out of China. It's it's made of full metal. Now what we're looking, of course, are renderings. These aren't the actuals. But when I look at it, I'm confused at what confuses me though is the atomizer system on this thing. Is this a proprietary atomizer system? Is this or something you could drop a K-fun into? Is it something? What are we looking at? As far as the glider portion of it, we know it's a 30-watt mod. We know it gets charged by a micro USB. They don't say it, but I'm assuming it has its own internal LiPo battery in it. It's not going to take an 18650 of any kind. But the idea of it is radical. I mean, this thing is just over the top. And it excites me. Now, they don't say this, but I'm assuming if you look at the first picture, the little slider on the bottom, there's a top one and then there's a bottom one next to the grip. I'm assuming those are left and right buttons to make the wattage go up and down. There's another slot that comes up top. I don't know what that does. It could be a power switch. I like this kind of shit because it's not simple. It's not easy to figure out.
Never mind. I stopped myself
it's cool
that
because
time.
some people will see you vaping on it and go, what's that? Well, let me tell you a little something about e-cigarettes.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's why I put it. Is it ugly or awesome? And a lot of people have said it's an ugly-ass mod. And some people are like, wow, that's pretty cool looking. I think it's a sign that China is not getting lazy.
Oh, the comments in the room, Joe, they think it's begging for a gooseneck. They can hardly wait to see you with it with a gooseneck on it.
I just... And somebody writes over machined. I agree with you. This is an over the top mod, and that's my point though. That shows me that China isn't getting lazy. It shows me that China is trying to come out with all these crazy new things to stay relevant. And I like that because that's what we need to do in the e-cig industry is stay relevant. Unfortunately, the American mod makers aren't doing that. You know what I mean? They're out of the game. They're doing whatever they do. They're flipping burgers at fucking McDonald's or whatever. China is still trying to stay relevant and do it. And I don't care if you think this is ugly. I'm fucking buying one of these. I'm totally buying one of these. Somebody put it in the room. He goes, ugly, but I want one. It's exactly what it is. It's like an ugly Star Trek mod.
Now, can I ask you a question, Joe?
What?
Do you think that China sometimes comes out with these concepts just to see how they take? And then, because I've seen where they've come out with these concepts, these 3D renderings, and then the mod never hits the market. And I'm wondering if...
Well, I'll tell you why the mod doesn't hit the market. This is a little inside when it comes to marketing from me and Tiger. When you have a new mod or you have a new product, you have one chance. One. Just look at the here, prime example. Inokin's SVD 2.0. The original SVD was huge.
I have one.
All right. The 2.0?
No, the original.
But the original. We all of us had. Many of us had the original. When you have a mod or a new product, you have one chance. And if it's and I call it a sizzle or a fizzle or a wrinkle or a twinkle. That's how it works in the industry. And I'm not tooting me and Tiger's horn, but if me and Tiger come out on VaporJoe's and go, this mod sucks, your mod's not going to come to market. I promise you, it's not going to come to market because it just gets everywhere. It gets in the mush, and people don't want to deal with it. But if we come out and say, oh, this... Now, I'm not saying we're the leaders in the industry and it's our word, but you have only one chance to do it. And the moment that chance fizzles, you're fucked. It's over. You will never recover. You have to come out with a new mod. Mm-hmm. So what happens is you see all these renderings in China, they're there, they're ready to go, nobody's talking about them, so they just don't bring them up.
It never goes.
Okay.
Majorly into production,
Like the iStick, I'm a firm believer. The reason why the iStick got popular is because me and Tiger pimped that bitch all day long. We only talked about that.
I have to disagree. I think it was a great product at the right time for the right people.
That's
well,
exactly why
course.
We jumped on it, Big Bam, and you're absolutely correct. It is just so timely and.
I wasn't trying to take the wind out of y'all's sails. That was just my opinion.
How dare you?
And
how dare you?
I love that you did that, actually. You go. But you're absolutely correct, and that's why we got behind it so heavily. Is exactly that, because it was clever. It came in at the right price point. It's a great device for someone who's been vaping a long time.
It needs to be RMS though. I don't like the fact that it's mean. It needs to be RMS, and then it would be completely all around perfect.
Okay.
Hey,
No?
RMS or peak to peak? I know where you're going with this, buddy.
Right.
But most people in here don't.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. But actually, if we can, indulge a moment, would you mind? Is there a kind of a layman's quick, easy way to explain?
I would say that the easiest way to explain it is that the RMS works in a different way in firing the 510. So the current that flows through the 510 behaves in a different manner than with mean. Mean is an old technology, and I'm surprised that they would go back to the Stone Age with mean and not upgrade it. But I think for the layman terms, it's just the way the current is reacting within the device.
And in your opinion, RMS would be what, more efficient?
Yeah, it's one way. Yes, definitely. Okay. I actually think you'd probably get better battery life out of it, but on a minute scale, you probably wouldn't notice with RMS rather than me. But
okay.
Sorry, just planting seeds, people. Planting seeds.
Planting seeds. Throwing seeds all over.
Are you listening, China?
No, they're listening to Piva Sardo and Dimitri.
I thought about it after I said it. I was like, I know where you're going to go next.
No. I actually, I have a background in electronics, Joe.
No, I'm just saying. No, I know that. What I'm saying is they're listening to like Piva Sardo and Dimitri.
Yeah, those guys are over there glad-handing right now.
Yeah, I get it.
So, well,
Sorry. All right, let's move on.
yeah. No, don't be. What do you guys want to talk about next? Do you have another one, Joe, or was there another
No,
favorite
that's
one
all
you
you,
had,
baby.
Big Bang?
It's on you. You're up next, Tiger.
Oh, I get to pick one. All right. Well, then I gotta talk about the hero. And I know you already know what I'm going to do, so let me just bring up a picture. Do, do, do. And there it is. No, that's not it. That's the show. I'm
Yes.
talking about the SX0. And this is
Oh.
an
Oh, I don't
awfully...
go by your isms on your page. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. See, well, then oh, and yet still, there you are, just like that. The SX0 replica. Now, this is kind of beautiful, kind of different, kind of surprising. It's got the SX300 chip in it, which, very, very popular right now and well respected and operates pretty darn well. And what's kind of different about this, and I'm going to come over here with my mouse, is the interior here that you're looking at, it looks like wood. The reason for that is it is. That is wooden inside. And what better insulator can you imagine to house a battery and to be lightweight? So you've got that wooden inside, and then the steel sleeve just slips over like that on the Zero, and you got 50 watts of power in your APV. Now the nice part about this one is this is coming from Focal. You guys know I really like them. They treat people so well, and so good at resolving problems, so good at listening to feedback and responding and taking care of issues. I love sending people where I know you'll be treated well, and I have that great confidence when we talk about Focal. Now, the cool part about this is this one's coming out of the U.S. warehouse. So forget about the long wait for overseas. Forget about crossing the great big pond. This one is already domestic. Canada, yes, you can get it. The shipping rate to us is going to be a little bit higher. We know this. It's the way the cookie crumbles. But the Zero style for $83 right now over at Focal. So I kind of like that one. I got my eye on it. I'm still not decided because I've got things I barely use it. So there you go.
Yeah, and it has that. It's that big hunky chunky, Zen-esque kind of form factor to it. It's got that rounded top. I mean, I like it. 50 watts to me is as much as the average vapor is going to use. And now with, like I said, with these Kanger sub tanks, now you're not going to be. I vape about 37 watts on a Kanger sub tank, and that's a fucking huge number for a fill-in vape.
Crazy.
Huge.
Crazy.
But at the same time, people that that rebuild and stuff. But I think we're coming to a place now where it's all kind of like the average. Like, I don't think that if you give a rebuilder like somebody like Tiny or somebody like yourself or somebody like Nitro, and you give them a sub tank at 0.5 ohms, you close their eyes. They're not allowed to see what you're vaping on, and you put it at 30 watts. And you just go, try this. They will definitely think they are vaping on a rebuildable. No doubt in my fucking mind will they think they're vaping on a rebuildable.
Well, I will 90% agree with you, Joe. What I like to describe, and I haven't had the pleasure of the sub tank yet. You guys are talking about it and teasing me. Mine is on its way. It's on its way. I can hardly wait. But the Atlantis, even, it's a very, very respectable vape. Tons of flavor, tons of vapor. As you say, no issue running it in the mid, even higher 30-watt ranges. And it is a very elegant solution for someone who enjoys a drip vape or a Genesis style vape, but you want something more convenient than that for whatever reason, for work, for going out, for errands, for whenever you're not sitting in your comfort zone, in your vape layer, where you can drip easily. It's a very elegant solution. It is satisfying enough and chucks enough vapor to keep you happy till you get back to your drip vape. And you were
I
going to
have
say
a quick question about this. Just an observation. A device that could actually catch on fire. Do you think wood's probably the best insulator?
Okay, you have a valid point, but my issue is it wood can't carry any current, so you're going to need something extremely hot, like a venting battery or a complete thermal meltdown, or a spark, to have a
Okay.
problem. And
Right.
that's how I'm looking at it. And really, if you've got either of those going on, you've got bigger problems than that there was wood in your mod. So.
There's wood in my mod. Anyway,
I was wondering. I thought it didn't take long.
Oh man, and I was so careful. I even avoided one earlier and stepped right in it now. Yeah.
anyway, hey now, MTM says, yeah, exactly. But fantastic price, $82.99 here at Focal for the SX0 mod. Fantastic looking mod. One of the, I swear to God, I'm gonna have 5,000 mods before the end of my. I have so many freaking mods. It drives me nuts.
I know you've had your eye on this one, and bear in mind, Joe, it's already in the States. So you with your "I want it now" attitude, there you go.
It drives me nuts. It does. It drives me nuts. Okay. So somebody puts in the room got wood. Anyway, you have no idea. Anyway, so let's talk deals. I got a deal here. This is a USA only deal, but it is a fantastic deal. This is by Vapor Beast. This is the Kanger Aero Tank Giant. Now, this thing is a fucking monster. It is such a good tank. I have 3 of these. But the best, it's $8.97. These things were $40 when they were on.
I was so pissed when I saw that deal.
I mean,
yeah, I know you.
It's unbelievable. I mean, basically what's happening is Aero Tank Giant, the Aero Tank, all the Aero Tanks are now second fiddle to the new sub tank. We get it. But you can vape sub-ohm on these because they do have sub-ohm heads for this particular brand of Film Vape 2. Excuse me. This is a huge tank, though. This is a monster, like, in terms of width. This is a 26-650 style Kanger tank. So for those of you who have those 26-650, I mean, it'll fit on an 18-650, don't get me wrong. But this is a big, big tank. And I remember being in e-cig Outpost like 7 months ago, and he had the beta versions of them, and I just could not wait to get my hands on one of these. And I have one. Where do I have one? Do I have one here? Yes, I do. Hold on one second. I have one here on one of those 30-watt
730
Pioneer for you, and they just fit beautifully.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's built for it practically.
And this thing's and this thing is and it comes with, it doesn't just come with the clear tank, it comes with the metal tank too.
Oh yeah, that's the 722, right?
Yeah, it's a 722. So it just fits beautifully, looks beautiful. It's seamless on a 720. If you own a 722, you need one of these.
Yeah, same goes for the 730. Just a perfect fit. They're just made for each other.
Right, and I mean, even if you own, and I don't want to pour it out there like this, but for resale, it's an incredible price. This is way below this is below the vendor's cost. The vendor's losing money on this.
Yeah, he's clearing stock. That's what this deal is.
He's blowing it out. That's what he's doing right now. I mean, even for resale, if you have a brick and mortar, or you have an online site or an eBay site or whatever, buy these up and resell them for, even at be honest with you, even at $15, $16, it's worth it. These days. I mean, it's a great tank. It is a beast. You like how I have it with the metal tank. It almost looks like a hybrid. You know what I mean? It's such a nice. I mean, such a nice tank for the price. It works fantastic. The airflow is wonderful. Like I said, for $8.97, you can't beat that price, and it ships from the U.S. So if you guys are in the United States, Vapor Beast, they're fantastic people. They have all kinds of good stuff over there. Don't just look at that. Look at the other stuff they have over there. Yeah, check it out. It's a great. Is it a rebuild? No, it's not a rebuild bowl. It's a film vape. This is a Kanger tank, which means it uses regular old heads on it, but it is a fantastic Somebody writes, that's a bad tank. I would be caught vaping that in school. I'm sorry, son of Sam. You're wrong. It's a great tank. I don't want to hear it.
Yes, vaping is subjective.
All right,
Tiger?
Tiger, what do you got?
All right. Well, I wanted to, and I'm just hunting it down now. Let's switch screen regions here so that I can actually capture this. I wanted to talk a little bit about wicking material. For those of you looking for organic Japanese cotton at a great price point, and you want more than 5 or 10 sheets at a go, you want to have wicking for days, or probably more appropriately months, possibly years, this is your deal. Now the price varies around a little bit. Even in the course of me writing this deal, I had to change the price a couple times because they were moving it around, but actually the good news was it was on its way down. So who knows, maybe it's even cheaper now. But this is the organic cotton from Japan, and available for right in the $8 range, both in America and in Canada. So really, when you get right down to it, this is one of those rare times where if you compare the currencies, and I don't have a converter open at this moment, but I'm pretty sure right now the Canadian price is coming in cheaper than America. Yeah! So we don't get to see that.
Yeah, they're both free shipping too.
Mm-hmm.
So you're getting 200 pieces.
That's right. And we did include a close-up. Head on over, and Big Bam, as always, has the link in the room for you there. You can get a little bit up close and personal with the close-up. You'll see it looks like a lot of the high-end cotton pads that we're seeing at much greater prices right now, with the tiny flecks in it that show you it's unbleached and unmessed with. Those are tiny flecks of the husk. They're completely harmless and not they don't affect your vape experience, but it proves to you that this is a clean product and not monkeyed with chemical and so forth.
Right.
So needless to say, mine's on the way, and I'll let you know what I think of it when it gets here. But this wasn't a shot in the dark. Vapors and rebuilders are recommending this very brand and saying they're having great results with it. So I expect no less.
Right. I did a deal on my site. It was only, I think it was 35 pads for $6, free shipping. So now you can get 200 pads for just around $8 both ways, free shipping.
That's better than 5.
What's that?
I said it's better than 5. That's
By
all
a
I'll
long
say on the
shot.
subject.
Yeah, by a long shot. And Kenny B420, thank you very, very much for your input in the room. They're saying they got some, and it's as good as any of the organic Japanese cotton they've tried. So thank you very much for that. Glad to hear it, because I've got 200 of them coming. So
I had a brain fart that night when I was trying to explain to Tiger how to pronounce the Kogendo.
yeah, well, no,
I was like, what the hell is wrong?
you got it. You got it
You're
through.
right, a
though.
hard G. Yeah.
So-
Okay.
Yeah, I was having trouble with it, but we got it figured out, and thank you very much. I've practiced it now, so I do it right. I think I do it right every time. But yeah, I actually do have the Kogendo in as well. See, I did it right. And
and real quick, sorry to interrupt, but I'd like to know if there is a difference. You said you know that there isn't?
well, no, I wouldn't say I know that there isn't, because I don't know the sources on these things. So I can't, sit here and speculate. Let me tell you, in my experience using them, one's as good as the other to me. The Kogendo was fine with me, and I can hardly wait to get this and try it too. At this point now, between the Kogendo I got in, and thank you very much to a viewer in the States who was so helpful helping me source that, and between this one, I'll have wicking for myself and any vapor I know for longer than I'm sure our lifespans will be.
Yeah, I mean 200 of these fucking pads. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll end up using some of them for makeup. Imagine that.
Yeah, I mean that's a great deal. I almost like I feel bad pimping anything above 2. You know what I mean? Now that's like I actually might repimp this deal on my blog. I mean, that's how good this deal is.
It is a good deal.
I mean, 200 pieces of cotton. I mean, well, you know, I'll probably get, you know, there'll be bullets going through my windows if I pimp this deal, because people are going to get so angry with me. But you know, it just blows my mind that anybody paid $5 for 5 fucking pads of cotton.
That's, you know, I'm glad I got a voice here, because I've noticed some of the popular cotton that's out there, okay, we're not going to mention names, is pure white, and they claim it's organic. Now, the organic cotton that I've seen has particles of the plant still in it. It's a little off-white, and if you ever been to a cotton, if you ever seen the cotton leaf, or, you know, in the bud of the cotton, it is an off-white. It's not pure white. So with some of these cottons that are out there, and it's pure white, I got questions.
Well, the funny thing is, if you look at the reviews, all the reviews, they're talking about vaping.
Yeah, I saw that. It tastes so good.
It tastes so good. Vaporwick, you know, royally good vape. Everybody's talking about vaping. They're not even using it for what it's used for, which is, like, I'm assuming, Tyger, for makeup and stuff, right?
Well, generally speaking, yeah, absolutely. That is the typical application for this product. But I can only imagine the folks going to stock up their makeup kit are very puzzled as to why people know what it tastes like. But
very, very tasty. Yeah, well, you know, that's important, though. I mean, but,
I thought my mute was on when I was laughing.
it's like, do you have pick disease? Are you like, you know, those people, those women who get pregnant and they get that something called pick, and they go out and they eat like fucking furniture, like pieces of furniture and all kinds of weird shit? You see these women?
I've heard of that.
I'm sorry, I haven't been to Walmart.
Well, it's like, why are these people eating the fucking cotton? What is tasty? What are you talking about?
Ugh. Anyhow.
Alrighty. I'm watching chat, and all I want to say about that is, behave yourself. Get along. Don't make me start, like, being a meanie. And I'm done.
Oh,
That's all I'm
Tiger's
saying.
great when she's a meanie.
I don't like when
Telling
I
you.
have to be.
I almost like
We gotta
pissing
see
Tiger
it.
off.
I'm telling you.
And kicking ass and taking names.
Put on those librarian glasses, get the roller stick out, and start smacking.
I didn't bring my glasses to my desk. I didn't expect I'd have to do anything fine tonight. I'm definitely not rebuilding anything during this show. And if I did, it would probably take half the show or more.
All right, so I have I mean, it's getting really close down to the wire. We're at 2:22. We got a few minutes. I'm going to put a link in the room. This is for something called, and I love the name of this RDA. It's called the Mutilator.
Yeah,
I love that name. Oh my God, it's such a great name for a month. I mean, for an RDA. And this is legit. It comes out of China, but it's made. It's its own brew. It has the big chuff cap on the top of it. It's $26.99 out of Vapor DNA, which means for those of you who know and love Vapor DNA, I love Vapor DNA. Every order comes with a free 10 ml bottle of juice, and they ship international. So all you people out there from Canada or worldwide, you'll be happy to know that they'll ship to you at a decent price.
Mm-hmm. And a real reputable company to deal with as well, which is really important.
I love this RDA. Not simply for the name. I just love how it breaks apart. You have the big chuff cap at the top if you choose to, or it also comes with another, if you guys don't like the big chuff style caps, that comes with a normal drip tip. And you know, it has all the accoutrements everybody's going to love for an RDA. You're going to have the heat sink at the top, crazy air holes, you know, all the air holes that one would ever want in their life for your rebuilding needs. And excuse me, coming in at a great price. After coupon, just $26.99, and again, you get a free 10 ml bottle of juice, which is the Millennium flavor, the Millennium line that they sell at Vapor DNA. All you do is when you check out on the side, it's going to ask you right below where you put the coupon in. It's going to ask you like what Millennium juice you want. When I order from them, I just say surprise me. I literally put that in there. I just write surprise me, and they send me something great all the time. And so again, Vapor DNA, fantastic place. The Mutilator. I mean, come on. What are you vaping on, Joe? I have a Tobe. Oh, I have a Tugboat. What do you have? I have the fucking Mutilator.
It's like an X-Men character, as you see the X of air holes on it. The Mutilator.
No kidding, it's its own superhero.
You know, I just love that name. It's just fucking great. It comes in two different colors, of course, the PVD black and then the standard sand steel. So I'll head over to Vapor DNA. Vapor DNA has been a lately. It seems that a lot of my readers have been going over there and buying more. I mean, I'm not kidding when I tell you they're keeping pace with Fast Tech at this point. They're doing great, and for good reason, because they sell things like this for $26.99. But if you would like to go out and buy something even more legit, I mean, they have RDAs that are hundreds of dollars. They have everything you need, all price ranges.
Yeah, that's the nice part. It's not just like budget end or high end. It's a really nice range of products to please every budget.
The Mutilator.
They're really good people.
Oh, I like the way Big Bam says it. There's the radio voiceover voice.
Now, Kenny B420 says, I've literally been placing an order every week with Vapor DNA. Just make sure you get yourself you get your free bottle of juice every time you do it, because that's the a little bonus.
Incentive.
Oh, and somebody says they want me to say the word accoutrement. Yeah. Accoutrement. So, Tiger, do you have something else you would like to?
Well, I'm just noticing we're coming up on the bottom of the hour, and I always like to leave a little space for questions for people. So I'll throw it to Big Bam. Is there anything we missed tonight that you would like us to hit on? I know that when we get toward the end of the show, if there's something we haven't talked about, you are always there reminding us which deals need to be featured. So is there anything you feel we missed tonight?
Well, you guys didn't have a show last week.
Yeah.
And I think last week, Tiger, I think she would have. You guys didn't bring up the Vapor Shark clone, right?
No.
No, we didn't.
I just thought that was interesting. I don't know if that was mentioned. I just thought it was an interesting thing to talk about. But honestly, there's 3 minutes left, so
Let's do it.
go.
Go. Okay.
You
And
don't
actually,
have to. You asked, so I thought I'd throw that out.
yeah, no, absolutely, and we will do that. And you know what, though, I'm actually gonna let Joe do the talking on this one because
I have both.
exactly. So I'm gonna bring up a picture to share, and I see Big Bam's already got the link, of course. So go.
So let's talk about it. What are you getting? All right. So most people think it's this one.
And that is because they did, they kind of botched their own write-up on it. They were referring to it as the rDNA. It, of course, is not.
What you're getting is this one. See the little guy next to me? Okay. That's the one you're going to get. The little small guy. Now, they work just as well. Both are great. It's just this one has a little LiPo battery in it. It's about 1,200 mAh. This one uses an 18650. It's a little beefier. But I paid $100 and some for this one. This is legit. Now, how do we know if this one's going to be good? Well, we really don't know. But the Vapor Shark is made in China. People don't realize that the Vapor Shark is made in the same factory the e-cig, believe it or not, where the e-cig chips are made. E-cig cigar, the same factory makes the Vapor Shark the small guys, and so if it's if they're copying it, I mean it's by now. If this was a 7 months old, I would be like, oh, all right, yeah, I wouldn't trust it. But considering how China's gone with the chips and everything, I wouldn't be surprised if these are actual, dare I say, real Vapor Sharks just being backdoored. You know what I mean? Because they look fantastic. I mean,
Yeah.
Just look. If you look at the side of that picture with those big honking little I don't know what you want to call them, those star screws. You can see mine are exactly the same way. I mean, it's just perfect. Everything about this thing is perfect. Even looking inside, its internals are so perfect. It blows my mind. And somebody puts in there, Vapor Sharks that fell off the truck. And oddly, it came from Ruel Giuliani. But I mean, I would. Is it worth $56? If you're just looking for wattage per dollar, is it worth $56? No. What you're buying is probably the most stealthiest, tiniest 30-watt mod you're going to get with some heft to it. And I think that's what people are looking for. I love my Vapor Shark. Everybody here knows I'm a huge proponent for the Vapor Shark, and I think this little replicant is really, really cool.
And I see TRPX. Okay, I really don't know how to say that, and I'm just spelling it out. Thank you, TRP, for the other link. They did bring out another version logo free. So if you wanted to go that route, he's got that link in the room for you as well there. So the same idea, though. It's that DNA 30 Vapor Shark style mod.
All right. And I love how they put it on the bottom, just like Vapor Shark, and the screen and all that. So like I said, I just wouldn't be surprised if this is all backdoored stuff. I mean, this is perfect stuff. This looks perfect.
Alrighty. Well, we're actually past the bottom of the hour. We got a little late start though, so that's okay. Did anyone in the room have any questions that we can field real quick before we say goodnight? And
I can. Here's a question, Tiger, for you. How do you feel having a show that gets more viewers, second only to Mod Envy, and we give away nothing?
Well, it's really validating. It says a lot about the content we're providing and that people actually want to be here and tune in. I think it's a fun time we have on DoneDeal. It's a very, very late show for East Coast. Of course, out here on West Coast, it's not even midnight yet. No big deal, Saturday night. But it means a lot to me that you guys keep coming back week after week, and all I can really say is thank you.
Oh wait, I'm wrong. I have to correct myself, Tiger. I am wrong. Happy Cool Chick and Anti.
Oh yes, of course. That's a huge show leading into Mod Envy on Saturday nights as well, for certain. But certainly, all things considered, the fact that this is such focused content, we're talking pretty much strictly about deals. We're late at night and following Mod Envy, which is a zoo to start with. It's really, I take it really seriously that you guys are here. So we do try to provide good content and make it worth your while to be here. And we love that you keep coming back week after week, and we'll just keep doing it. And Scope, just because you ask so nicely, about.
And accoutrement.
Yeah. You got to learn to roll that R, Joe. It's a French word, accoutrement.
I'm not going to be accoutrement.
No, it's not the tongue. It's back here. It's back here. So, Big Bam. Listen. Big Bam, otherwise known as The Voice. Thank you so much for joining us. I know how busy you are. I know how you've got a lot going on in your real life and real life as opposed to fake life here. But it meant a lot to get to share the show with you and introduce you to the viewers, and to thank you for everything you bring. It's your tireless efforts do not go unnoticed, and we really appreciate you being, a member of our team, essentially. So, and now, after all that buttering up, I'm going to try to extract a promise from. I'm just stumbling all over myself tonight. What is going on? What is in here? I want to extract a promise from you, Big Bam, and that is that you'll come back and join us again. And I think the viewers are behind me there. Come on, guys. Let's hear it. I know I want to hear applause, but I know you can't do that. So let's show them some love. And I'm seeing Pammy is all over it. And yeah,
Pam.
Absolutely. Alrighty. So
yeah, let everybody know, including Joe. If Joe begged me, I probably wouldn't have come on the show. The only reason I came is because she asked, and that's why.
Well, of course.
You feel better, Joe?
Yes, because Tiger is the secret weapon.
Well, I had a pretty good time. It was nice to be a viewer and then actually be able to communicate in a more direct way with, even though it was verbally, but I enjoyed being here. And yeah, anytime that you ask, like I said, I'm part of the Army, and anytime that you'll have me, I definitely will be on the show.
Yay! Okay, you made my night. All right. Thank you so much. You guys have anything else you want to say before we call it a night?
Good night.
To the point. That's why I love him, and that's why.
No, guys. Thank you guys for coming out here and watching DoneDeal here on Vaping Underground Live. We will see you next week, and we'll talk to you later, and we'll go have our threesome and a hangout with me, Tiger, and BIGBAMBOOB.
All righty. Have a good night.
Talk to you guys later.